Hey Virgos, how are you guys? Welcome to your general reading for October 2020. I am so excited for this one. As per usual, you know, Team Virgo over here. Today, we're actually going to do something a little bit different as opposed to my other videos. I feel like anyone who's not a Virgo is like, why do Virgos always get special treatment? I don't know, I got a soft spot for you guys. What can I say? So, usually I was using the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck for you guys, but instead of doing that, I got a message today that I should be using a different deck for you guys. Just following what my guides are telling me. So instead, we're going to be using Sacred Spirit reading cards. That's what these look like right here. It's one of my favorite decks. This is actually more along the lines of what it says at the bottom is spiritual guidance for your life journey. So I feel like it really is more so about your path and your journey. And this is more like... it has a heavy spiritual context as opposed to just, you know, a typical oracle deck like the crystals were. So we're going to use these and then we're going to get into some tarot, which I have this over here. Do you see this? Do you see this on the bottom already? Haven't even shuffled it yet, but Three of Swords. I don't like that. All right, here's the deal. Let's get into the spiel while I shuffle, okay? Let's do it. Okay, move some stuff out of my way. So, energy is fluid, it's not linear, which means anything we talk about in these readings could be happening to you past, present, or future tense, and any of those are fine because everyone moves through energy at a different pace, okay? If it resonates, cool beans. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Masculine and feminine are just energies that we all have within us. So when I say those things, I'm just talking about energies. If it's gender or sex specific, and I do pick up on that, of course, I'm going to let you guys know. Cross watchers, you're more than welcome here. If I say Virgo, but you think that it's your placement in the story, then go ahead and switch it up. Because to me, if it resonates, period. Don't try to do anything with it. Just let it be, you know? If you're looking for any of my other social media pages, they are all going to be in the description box down below. I do live readings on TikTok if you're interested, and lots of other cool fun stuff. Let's see. Oh, if you're interested in a personal reading with me, please go and check out my website, which is also listed in the description box below, okay? So, with that being said, this is going to be for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Virgos, okay? So, let's see what we have for you guys. Let's see, Archangels, Guardian Angels. Is that going to be a clear message? Clear? Wow. Allow me to be a clear channel for messages. That was really weird. Weird. All right. I can't stop hyper-focusing on that. Allow me to be a clear channel for messages. There we go. For Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for October. Allow me to bring forth messages of their highest truth to help them move forward with clarity, confidence, with love. Thank you for your love, guidance, and protection during this time. Okay. I feel like I need to shuffle them. This is weird. I was just going to cut the deck because these are obviously very large, but I also heard shuffle. Again, kind of difficult with these cards, but let's see what we have. Spirit, what do you have for Virgos for October, please? That is the whole deck. We will not be doing that. What do we have for Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for October, please. Again, that is a lot. Yeah, it's like 4 cards. 3 or 4 cards. Y'all wanted me to shuffle because that's what you told me, and now they got nothing. What is this? I feel like I've been... Okay, why do all of these keep coming out? And I can't shuffle them like this. Look at this. If one falls out like this, I'm gonna scream. Stop it. Stop it right now. This is too I'm gonna try not to swear, but this is too funny. Wow. I feel like Spirit just told me off practically. Whoops. See that? Now I can like barely even grip this. This is too funny. I can't. Do you have one more for Virgo? So the one that popped out is number 8, and it's called Channel Your Knowledge, Critical Judgment. So that's the one we're gonna go with. I guess the only one that popped out, right? That's so weird. I can't believe that. We're gonna get one more. I'm just gonna pull it. Wow. All right, you guys. First of all, eternal union at the bottom. New love is forming. So let's just take a look at that. Wow. So this was the first one. Channel your knowledge. And the second one is number 21, illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. Okay, so I'm going to read these to you guys. These are kind of long, so that's why I'm only going to read the 2. I kind of really want to do eternal union at the bottom, but we'll see. This might be a little bit longer of a video because I kind of want to read them all for you guys. But anyways, let's start with channel your knowledge. So channel your knowledge, clear expectations, critical judgment. I'm going to hold it up for you guys while I read, okay? Make sure you guys can see that. All right. Automatic writing is a safe and powerful process of channeling spirit directly into writing. Like any sense or intuitive skill, it can be sharpened and improved with time and practice. More importantly, anyone can learn this skill. Without the active conscious self, the mind becomes free to instruct and navigate the individual. Automatic writing enables the channel to access higher states of consciousness and awareness. Innovation and creation is a byproduct of channeling in this way. Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton, and Albert Einstein were consistently inspired by the form of thought from pen to paper. If you are just beginning to open yourself to intuitive and spiritual communication, automatic writing can act as a bridge to strengthen your mind and intuitive channel. Before undertaking such a skill, you are encouraged to keep a clear and sacred space free of lower thought forms and energies that may cling or seek to enter an open channel door. Seek a suitable teacher. Currently, soul guidance is required. You're being asked to connect to the higher wisdom of your soul. Removing ego-based barriers such as expectations, internal ridicule, fear, and control are necessary for clarity and peace of mind. Sorry, I'm moving. Feelings of being physically, mentally, or energetically blocked or stuck in areas of your life, such as employment and relationships, requires action, but you must be ready to let go of your expectations. Creating a peaceful environment to free your mind is essential now. Allowing your pen or pencil to wander on a sketch pad, forming doodles or symbols, or painting or musical creation will assist in writing issues such as writer's block. With relaxed breath, let your thoughts inspire you to create or record new information as your inner thoughts and spiritual messages are conveyed to you. There's the messages, because that apparently is the word of the day for this video. Are conveyed to you to record in written word. Working with high vibrations or elevated energy levels will improve this communication and length of spiritual discussion. There's a shadow aspect in this book, which I really love. And the shadow aspect of this would be ignoring your own advice, inability to be objective. Very interesting. Affirmation, my mind is open. I receive my soul's guidance loud and clear. Wow. First of all, I need a sip of coffee before I do anything. Also, this is my mug. Check out how cute it is, right? That's my design on there. So if you guys want one, feel free to email me or let me know on any of my channels and I'll get you one. Let's see. 21. Illuminate the shadow. All right, simplify the issue. Focus on a solution. All right, let's see if I move again on this one. When we understand our shadow, we can fully appreciate the light. We must have both aspects within our spirit to have a meaningful life. Without darkness, how can one fully appreciate the beauty and simplicity of life in all of its forms? Once we remove fear and personal doubt, it makes room for love, confidence, and motivation, reclaiming your personal power. Our shadow self highlights the need to place ourselves first. When we are stuck within our shadow side, we are unable to see the light of day. We become clouded and foggy with confusion, often forgetting gratitude and compassion through our own selfish moments. Illuminating the shadow is to fully understand our personality and subsequently understand the shadow in others, enabling us to be more considerate of another person's hardships and developing empathy with and compassion for other people. Right now, you are encouraged to illuminate the sections of your personality that are working against your situation. Accept that these challenging aspects are a part of you. Embrace them, love them, and plan how to achieve a form of balance and make this part of your psyche ultimately work for you. Now is the time to focus on a resolution instead of just on the problem or challenge. How did you get here? Acknowledge your current circumstances and focus on how you can achieve a positive outcome. Now is the time to get your personality in line with conscious thought. Apply these balanced characteristics to areas in your life that could utilize these energies, such as leadership, communication, relationships, employment, and self-talk with your spirit. Once you grow your understanding of your unique personality, you can begin to realign your life to nurture and support your goals and personal interests. The shadow aspect is narrow-mindedness, ego-driven, and cynicism. Wow. Sacred crystal too, golden sheen obsidian. I don't have a picture of that, unfortunately. And the affirmation is, I effortlessly create peaceful solutions with my personality. Wow. So this, I feel like, has a lot to do with the mind and a lot to do with uncovering some shadow work, dealing with some shadow work, going through it, purging a lot to basically clear mental space for you guys. Now, if I'm correct, because I am no astrologer, Virgos are ruled by Mercury, which is a sign, of course, of kind of like, thoughts, communication, how we process. So it kind of does make sense because I feel like, if anything, you guys are processing 24/7, okay? Hang on, I'm just going to close the door so it's a little quieter. All right, well, yeah, so I feel like that was a pretty strong start, if I do say so myself. Let's get into some tarot and maybe see kind of like, what's going on. Actually, I'm going to keep these cards out, I think, because I want to be able to connect the dots together a little easier. So, all right. What messages do we have for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I feel like Spirit's really trying to connect to you, or something is just like right in your face and you're not seeing it. And that's why Spirit is trying to get you to uncover these shadow sides or shadow pieces of yourself. Because I think there's a lot that they're trying to get through to you, or they might just be trying to get through to you in general, but you need to clear out some of the clutter. Channel your knowledge. Critical judgment. I feel like Spirit is trying to get through to you, like, in a sense that they've been trying for, like, a hot minute, if you will. And you need to clear the clutter and get rid of some of this stuff. So what messages do we have for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for October. Let's do one more. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. At the bottom. Oh, Judgment. Oh my god, look at that. Wow. Judgment right off the bat. Are you serious? Whew, man. Underneath that, you also have the Eight of Swords here. And Justice. Look at that. Wow. That is something. Wow, the Chariot underneath that. This is crazy. Holy wow. Okay. Man, yeah. You're in a place. Okay, here we go. you're in a place that is mentally very stressful for you. Your energy is very low. The vibration is very low. It's very dense. You're there and you feel as though you can't get out of it for some reason or another. It's a sense of like, this is what, I must be meant to do. I'm supposed to do because I'm here. So it must be the thing for me. I must have to, go through it. I must have to this. I must have to that. You don't have to do anything, they're telling me. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep my eyes closed so I can focus on this weird download. You don't have to do anything. They're saying that you're not going through anything because you have to. You're going through it because you're allowing yourself to. And they're shaking their head. My guides are shaking their head. So they're saying that whatever is going on with you guys, you're creating it. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. You guys are creating it for yourself. You're creating it for yourself. That's what they're telling me. Whatever the pain is, you're not meant to be there. Life is in your control more than you think that it is. They're saying you give too much up to God, is what they're saying. You give too much in that direction when realistically they are here to be a guiding force and to help you. They're here to, shift you where you need to be, but it is not like up to God, or they're specifically saying God, so it could be that some of you are maybe religious, or maybe you just believe in God and that's your main source of like spiritual communication, if you will. But they're telling me God. I'll just give it up to God. I'm just going to give it to God and just going to let God take care of it. And they're saying, no, don't do that. Like, yes, you can when it comes down to a point of like, something is hurting you or upsetting you and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to give it to God. Like, do that 100%. But what they're saying is that some of the things that are really affecting you the most, especially mentally in your life, that you actually have more control over those things than you are in belief of. You have way more control over these things. And I feel like this is spirit saying like, enough is enough. Like, you are in a place that you think you're just, oh, I must just have to be here. But you don't. You don't. That's what they're telling me. And that's why they're trying to get through to you, to tell you the same thing. Because see this, like, judgment to me is like, that's enough. So like in judgment, you have, I don't know if you can, there's these people over here, these like silhouettes of people on the side. This is like the angel coming down. You blow your horn to say like, all right, enough is enough. Judgment day, if you will. You know what I mean? And this is really about like, in my opinion, I'm sorry, my throat, reaping what you sow. So it's like, if you just give everything up to God, you're not going to be able to control anything, because now you're giving it up. You're giving it away. You're giving away your power almost. They're here to guide you, and they're here to be that guiding force. Yes, 110%. But this is almost like spirit saying, enough is enough. Like, you got to get out of this. You're here by choice, which is, again, the similar definition kind of this card as well. Because in this Eight of Swords, she's got her hands tied, but she's not really trapped. It's just that mental entrapment. She can't see that she's actually not trapped, but she feels it. Her eyes are closed, so that's what she believes. And that's almost like kind of what you're doing. I feel like for some of you, it also might be a comfortability thing, but you don't realize that that's what you're doing. About like, basically like, this is too hard. I'll give it up to God. It's like, no, don't do that. Like, fight for that. I think that they're telling me that they want you to have more like fire energy. They want you to, not just give it up to God or source or angels or whoever, but that they want you to pull that fight out of yourself, to be like, yes, I'm in control of this. I create my own reality. I am here because of something that, I've maybe done or said or allowed or invited. But that's not your forever place. Like, I think for some of you, it's a matter of like deserve. Like, almost like, yeah, like this works for me, and not like that's fine. Like, it's like a settling energy. You deserve more, and you don't always ask for it because you just think like, oh, I just must be here because it, you know, it must be a sign, or I must have to XYZ. Like I believe in that, yes, and I think a lot of people do. I don't think that that's wrong. I'm that person who looks for those things as well. But you're trapped in a place because you think that's just what you deserve, or you are learning a lesson, you're learning this XYZ, but even when you're going through those lessons, you're learning these different things, you're going through these cycles, no matter what you are going through, you still always have a say. You always have a say. You are not victim to everything in your life. You're creating that with your energy. Whatever your energy is, that vibration, you send that message out to the world, the universe, they reflect it back to you. So the places that you're at, it's not that you don't have any say in it. It's not that you're just like, oh, I guess I'm here. It's not the case. I think for some of you, you're settling for things that you shouldn't, just because I feel like it gets so hard and mentally is so difficult to work through that, like, giving it to God, so to speak, is a way to almost like put it off. Again, like, I am just the messenger. Don't shoot me. But I think Spirit is trying to connect to you really bad, channel your knowledge to be like, think about this. Do you really think that you're supposed to be doing this? Do you really think you're supposed to be struggling? Do you think you're supposed to be doing what you're doing? And to say that maybe that's because you have to illuminate the shadow side of yourself. To understand, why don't I think that I have a say? Why don't I think that I'm worth more? Why don't I think that I can go grab what I want? Why don't I think that I have control over everything that comes into my life? Why don't I think these things? For a lot of you, I feel like it's because someone made you feel like you weren't worthy at some point in your childhood or in a past relationship, whether it be romantic or not. I feel like for a lot of you, this is almost like the ego trying to keep you safe. You know, if you give it up to God or give it to Source or give it to Spirit, if you release that, you don't have to take the emotional burden. And so I feel like that could be essentially what's going on here. So I think Spirit's like, listen, we have things for you, to tell you, to help you, to guide you, but we need you to clear out some of this stuff and really start asking for what you want, being open to those things, doing the healing and the purging that you need to. And everyone has to. Everyone goes through that. Especially if you're trying to connect with Spirit and you can't, it's because there's too much in here. There's just way too much. So I think that, and you have, like I said, justice, so Libra energy. You could be dealing with a Libra, could be a person you're involved with, but I think this is, again, I think all three of these together say so much to me. That you have, like, what you deserve here on the other side. Judgment coming in. These two very strong energies filled with, to me, so much power. And then you have you stuck in the middle, just like, I'll give it to God. And they're like, no, like, you have control over this. Spirit's like giving you a talking to. It's like, you have control over this. Like, you're just in the middle, almost like, yeah, I guess I can't do anything. And Spirit's like, we're literally right here. We are literally right here. There's no reason you should be, we're literally right here. We're here to help you get what you need, what you deserve in this life. And Spirit's like, that's enough. That's just enough. You know what I mean? So, and that's just on the bottom too. Like, that's just on the bottom. So let's see what else we got. All right, what else do we have for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for October 2020. Wow, 2020, the year's almost over. Crazy. Let's see what else we got. That was a pretty deep message just from 3 cards on the bottom anyway, but I want to see what else we got for you guys. What else is going on for my Virgos? Oh, wow. That one just like... Okay, so 9 of Pentacles coming out. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more before I start talking about that card, because I feel like it's a couple of different things. Okay, 3 of Cups. Wow, I really like that. That's beautiful. Hold on, let me move the 3 cards that we had in the beginning. up so I can make some room. All right, so there's that, there's that, there's that. Let's see. So 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. I mean, that's a pretty happy energy right off the bat, but I do want to see what else comes out because I feel like I'm getting two kind of separate messages about this. So I want to see what else happens first. But I think overall, Spirit just is like, you can't be sad anymore. It's time to cut that shit out. You know, don't bog yourself down with lower vibrational things. You know, there's so much that you guys are capable of. So what else do we have for Virgo? That was weird. So 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. I mean, generally, so 9 of Pentacles is, I'm just going to start. 9 of Pentacles is generally an energy of being single, having everything that you want, being very abundant. It's just such a beautiful card. It's almost like pre-Empress energy, where you just have like so much going on for yourself. It's like everything is kind of at your fingertips. It's very beautiful. But it does oftentimes talk about being single or just, like I said, abundant by yourself. That was a lot. And then 3 of Cups is celebrations. It's having a good time. I just get this, I get really this feeling that you guys, like, if you're with someone, that you feel more free when, like, you're with your friends, if that makes sense. Or you feel more free when you're, like, by yourself. And that might be something that you need to do. Whether it be chat about it with your partner, or if it comes down to, you know, you're not happy in your relationship, to have that conversation. But it does, wow, it does feel like you're just much happier when you're not in whatever that environment is. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be just in general, someplace that you're not feeling super happy about it. And that's where the whole, oh, I guess this is just meant to be thing comes in. But it's not, like, it doesn't have to be that way. So, let's see. What else do we have for Virgos? We got some pretty strong messages right out the gate. And now I got this. So, like, why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Sometimes it's just the oracle cards are enough. And that's it. So, what do we have for Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Four of Swords. This is interesting to me because I feel like you guys having these 3 cards out here with 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords. I feel like you guys are doing a lot of like self-care right now. Like I feel like you're trying to get back to the things that maybe you weren't doing before. Things that made you happy, things that made you feel, you know, fulfilled and good and alive. And I feel like for some reason you guys weren't doing that before. Like with this 8 of Swords. If we have time, we should definitely clarify the 8 of Swords, but let's see what else we have here. Okay, wow, 7 of Cups. And that falls under that 9 of Pentacles. So for me, this could definitely be a sense of, you know, maybe I shouldn't be in the place that I am. Maybe I shouldn't be with this person. Maybe I shouldn't be in this situation. Because I feel like you're making that realization that you are feeling better when you're alone. Or when you're just with, you know, like friends or something, you know. Temperance. Oh, man. Temperance is Sagittarius energy, but to me, I just get patience. You need to have patience. Okay, Queen of Wands here. Coming out underneath that 4 of Swords. For some of you, I feel like very particularly, that's so interesting. I feel like some of you are drinking to cope, and not where it's a problem, but just, you know, getting like basically drunk with friends is the place where you feel really good and you feel like back to your normal self, back to your normal happy, you know, you. And then the 4 of Swords is like the hangover to me almost. So I feel like you guys are doing that a lot as well, because like while you're you know, drunk and happy with your friends, it's like, oh, like everything is like normal, you know, like, oh yeah, this is great, like this is back to normal, and it's how it, like I'm hearing like it's how it used to be. So to me, I just feel this longing for something in the past. It's how it used to be when I was with my friends all the time, and when I was happy, and when I was doing the things that made me feel my best. Like, remember those times, remember hanging out with friends, and for some reason you guys aren't doing that as much anymore. Hi, finishing a YouTube video. So it might not be the case for everyone, but I do feel like it's a nostalgia of these things that used to make you happy and used to make you feel really good, and now you don't have that anymore. And for some reason, I feel like there's a certain situation or a certain person that stops you from being able to obtain that in your life. And that's where the Seven of Cups with the confusion and illusions is kind of coming into play. But of course, use your discernment here. I'm just reading it, you know, how I see it. But so Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles for me is this kind of like, you know, water your plants and wait. It's also kind of a card of patience for me as well. Because in this is almost like, not like stockpiling, but it's almost like you're creating your reality. We plant the tree, you wait, the pentacles grow. You know what I'm saying? And that is underneath that Seven of Cups. So I feel like you're in a rough spot. Seven of Pentacles could also indicate that there's a lot tied up in this, in whatever the situation is, as to why you are having a hard time maybe making a choice or finding your direction. With the Queen of Wands too, I don't think I mentioned that, but you could be dealing with an Aries here or some sort of fire sign with the Queen of Wands. To me, I almost feel like this combo is like, I need a break in a way. Because the Four of Swords is that, you know, resting place mentally, the feeling of, I can't do very much right now, so I'm going to rest up and be prepared for when, you know, I can do something or something along those lines. And then also having Temperance with that patience energy next to the Queen of Wands, again, is like this waiting and resting. It could have to do with a particular person, or this could also be resting and waiting before you choose to move forward, because Wands energy is action. So it could be that there's just this this energy of like, okay, rest and wait until I move forward and make a choice. Like, you might not be very confident in your ability to make this choice, or you might not be confident that's the right choice. And with you guys, with being Virgos, it's definitely a sense, you know, of overanalyzing. That's very possible. So try not to lean too much in that direction and just feel it out. Again, with the Temperance energy of like, feel it out. Don't make a decision right away. You know, don't panic about it. Just try to be, you know, calm, ground yourself, really think about how these things are affecting you. And again, with the Seven of Cups, 2 sevens here as well, which means that you could be seeing sevens a lot. Sevens usually are an ode to your spiritual journey, but it could be different for everybody. So again, tell you how it resonates, but I feel like it could be an illusion of, it looks like there's a lot tied up in this, and you might be using that almost as an excuse to stay where you are and stay comfortable. Again, whether it has to do with a person or a situation, job, family, whatever. There might not be as much tied up in this as you think that there is. This could also go in the opposite direction too. You might be thinking that being single is better for some reason, but maybe it's not. So an issue of illusions and not quite seeing things for what they are right now. And I don't think it's because your emotions are getting in the way. I think it's because your self-talk and what is going on in your mind, the I'll just give it up to God type of situation, is what's stopping you from being able to really move forward to the next cycle in your life. I feel like you guys are kind of halted right now. So then you have 10 of Wands. All right, 10 of Wands, big burdens, big burdens. And then you also have a Page of Wands. Okay, so definitely some Wands energy here at the end, which is interesting. Oh wow, you also have the King of Swords over here. I'm gonna take a couple more. King of Swords, the Moon. Oh my goodness. Wow, and the Tower. That is a wild combo, I'll tell you right now. All right, so these are the three that just came out. So we have King of Swords, the Moon, and the Tower. Here's those right there for you guys. So, of course, this has gone longer than expected. It'll be a longer video because I love you guys. So really the end with the Ten of Wands and the Page of Wands, like to me, this just boldly says trying to communicate to someone that you're having a hard time. The Ten of Wands is taking on so much. It is such a burden to hold on your back. It's a lot of weight, a lot of pressure. I feel like for some of you, you could be almost like, you could be the one carrying a lot of this, and it might just be because you haven't spoken about it, so the other person just might not know. Or this could be that just you're maybe picking up slack for what's going on. Maybe you're putting in just more effort and energy into this relationship, whether it's, again, romantic or not. But I do feel like the pages are always about communication. It's always about sending like a message. And this page of Wands is usually starting something, or hey, like, what do you think about this idea or this hobby or this or that or what have you? And I just feel like there's some sort of communication, because like reading this intuitively, I feel like you're trying to tell someone like, you know, we need to just talk about what's going on here and what's going on in my head, what's going on, you know, in my heart, what I'm feeling. And I feel like there's just a lot that you're not expressing. And again, it's not like, oh, just give it up to God. Like, you know, it could also be that, especially because the way that these are facing too, if you look at them. So this person with all these wands moving off in this direction, and then you have this person kind of going after this person. So another scenario to this would be that you are trying to move forward with all of these things on your back, all this weight. It's been very difficult for you. And this person almost doesn't see that. And they're like, hey, do you want to do this? Or, hey, let's, you know, do XYZ because everything's fine and dandy and life is great. And you're just like, I am not great though. I'm not great. I don't feel like you guys are telling this person, if that's the case, that you do feel like this. First, I don't know why, but Ten of Wands, especially underneath Temperance, is like, I feel like your patience is just running thin. It's wearing really thin at this point. And I feel like this is just such a, whatever this is such a core place for stress for you guys right now. And then coming out with the King of Swords and the Moon. So King of Swords could be an air sign that you're dealing with, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It could also be you, of course. This is a lot of shadowy energy. The Moon is Cancer. What I feel the most from this intuitively is that this is the shadow side that you're having a really hard time discerning, like almost like what's what. I feel like the Tower here is like, which I'll put them all together for you. The Tower is Aries or Scorpio as well. This is a doozy of a combo for me. This is like, I don't feel like you can make a decision. I feel like mentally it's almost like you want to, but the Moon is that shadowy side, that subconscious, where something is preventing you from doing that. And it could be because you know that when you do, it's going to create this Tower moment, and it's going to be a lot. And I think you guys are just apprehensive to move forward because of the fact that it's just heavy. It's really heavy, but it's like, it has to come down. So I feel like this is Spirit asking you again to use your sword here of truth and just go through all the bullshit, to be frank, clear out that clutter, move it aside, get rid of it so you can make a choice that is right for you, that will benefit you. But you can't see straight without first clearing out all that stuff. So that is pretty strong. Let's take a look real quick at the Tower, and then I'm going to wrap it up. So why is the Tower here for Virgo? Ace of Cups. This is the way, I just heard the way out. Okay. This is the way out. Wow. Death on top of that. So Scorpio energy as well here. Man, okay. You're not filling your own cup for some reason. Why are you doing this? Six of Swords. Oh man, yeah, you guys gotta move away from this. This is nuts. Wow. Something has gotta go. gotta go. It's gotta end. You need to leave. You need to move forward. You need to stop doing this to yourself, really. Stop giving it up to God or giving it up to whoever and assuming that things will just work. If they're meant for you, they're meant for you. It doesn't always work like that. If things are meant for you, you still have to go and get them. You still have to go ask for them. You have to go reach for them. You have to make them happen for yourself. You're still a willing participant in this. So if it's meant for you, that's great. But are you going to go get it or not? That's what this is. You have to leave the situation that you're in. And I feel like when the Tower comes down, whatever this is for you guys, which Ace of Cups to me, I think of love. I just think of love with Ace of Cups. It's got to go. So once the Tower comes down, I feel like you guys, you're going to have to move quickly, I think. Because whatever it is, I don't think it's going to be a fun time, per se, for you guys. So the Tower's going to come down, and it's going to be like, I got to go. For some of you, I'm hearing that you might even have to move. I don't know what that means exactly. But Tower and Death, once something ends, you may need to physically move from one place to another. So I think that's why, yeah, they're making my heart's like racing. Oh my God. Whew, yeah. Something's going to happen, and it's definitely going to trigger kind of like a fight or flight type of thing in you guys. You might be kind of anxious. You might be kind of worried about this, but I think that you need to move afterwards for some reason. If you're leaving a relationship, there might be a lot tied up in that with that Seven of Pentacles that we had previously, this card, where that might be why maybe you live together or something to that degree, where once this happens, you're going to need to be prepared to move. And that might also include money. Pentacles is money, you know, the money to move, the money to XYZ. It's also still COVID, so it's difficult, and I understand that too. Oh yeah, look at this. Three of Swords. I think for a lot of you, this might be a romantic situation. I feel like you guys are not happy. As a nutshell, you're not happy where you are. You're pretending to be by having that like Nine of Pentacles. Like when I'm alone and I'm out with my friends, things are great. Three of Cups can often indicate celebrations or, you know, just can be excessive drinking. Like I said, I was picking up on like a hangover energy. You guys really, there's a lot. There is a lot going on, and I feel like it's a cover up. I'll just be bold with you. I feel like it's a cover up, and I don't like that. Three of Swords, again, the disappointment and the pain, it's, y'all know. If you guys are watching tarot, you know. Three of Swords is some heartache right there. Yeah, and you have to leave it behind. You literally have to move away from the heartache to get it out of your brain and clear it out. Like, for some of you, you're going to want to physically move, even if you don't have to. But I feel like a lot of you, you're going to have to for some reason or another. Oh, wow. The Lovers. Oh, my God. This is romantic. The person you're with, you can't be with them anymore. You gotta go. That's it. That's the definitive about this. You have to go. Three of Swords, the Lovers, followed by the Tower, and then also Death. This is done. This has been done. Why are you questioning whether this is the right decision? You know that it is. You know that it is. You know that you have to go. You can't be here anymore. You can't. I'm telling you right now. And look at that. Once you leave, Six of Wands. Success, happiness, public recognition, the Fool, brand new beginnings, but you have to take a risk to get there. More Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries, honestly. You could be dealing with an Aries, or you could be moving towards an Aries, or keep that in mind, doesn't have to be. But we had a lot of Aries energy here as well. A lot of fire energy. This is wild, though. Three of Wands. You know that you have to take a risk for this. Look at this. You know that you're just going to have to take the risk, you're going to have to make the move, and then you're just going to have to wait for it to come into fruition. That's what this is. But you have to make the move first. You have to go after what you want. You have to go reach for it. It's not just going to happen for you. You have to move forward. Page of Cups. This is usually an offer of an apology. Oh, I feel like this feels like a sad puppy dog type of energy. I just heard stick my tail between my legs. So oh, wow. Some of you may have fucked up something before, excuse my French, and you're trying to make amends with someone else. So you're coming back with that Page of Cups to say, like, here's a token of my appreciation. Like, I apologize. I basically went off to go do ABC, and, you know, it didn't work out as planned, however that might mean for you guys. Wow, this is so long. I gotta wrap this up. Okay. We're going to end it here because I could go on forever. Oh my God, look, 10 of Cups at the bottom. Oh, wow, and Queen of Swords. So you have a pair. You have a pair. Look at this. You have a pair. These two people are trying to make their way back to each other. That's wild. Because that's the 10 of Cups for you. You're blocking yourself from what really matters, just saying that, well, if it was meant to happen, it was meant to happen, and things happen for a reason, and you're just giving it up to God. Oh my God, this is crazy. The Star card on the bottom, Aquarius energy, but you know, 3 of Pentacles too, on top of that, you know who you're meant to be with. You know if it's a situation where you're meant to go. You know where your heart lies, is what I just heard. You know where your heart lies. That was a wild ride, guys. Oh my God, this is crazy. Please comment. Please comment. Let me know if it resonates. I love to hear from you guys, and I want to hear what's going on with the story. Wish you guys the best. Sending you love and light. I love every single one of you. Thanks for watching. Virgo's got another spoiled reading that was extra long. Love you guys. Again, if you want a personal reading with me, please check out the description box below. I would love to be able to do that and connect with each and every one of you. So let me know if you're interested in that. Otherwise, follow up with all my other social media pages. I hope to see you guys around. Happy October. Happy spooky season. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you next month. Bye.